Zachary Show here, and welcome back to my playthrough of WWE 2K24's showcase of the Immortals. Last episode, we were at WrestleMania 13, where Bret Hart defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin in a submission match while making him pass out. And we're going to fast forward 4 years later to Stone Cold Steve Austin for The Rock. Let me give you a little background before we get here. Year following this WrestleMania 14, Stone Cold Steve Austin won the WWF Championship for the first time, defeating Shawn Michaels. Next year, in 1999, Austin and The Rock faced off for the first time at WrestleMania 15 in Philadelphia, just like WrestleMania 40 was also in Philadelphia. And then in WrestleMania 2000, there was a four-way, and I believe Austin was injured at the time. Because there was a fatal four-way, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't in it. But anyways, we'll see here. April 1st, 2001, a WrestleMania 15 rematch sees The Rock and Steve Austin in similar roles as champion and challenger with much different stakes. A desperate Austin pledges to do whatever it takes to get the win, but no one could ever anticipate what that would mean. I forget who won their first encounter, but this video before the match may cover that, so let's get it underway.
Despite being victorious, Bret Hart's post-match attack on Steve Austin only served to galvanize the fans into fully supporting Stone Cold. And Austin, even in defeat, would only increase his reputation by living up to his word, refusing to surrender in the match. Steve Austin fighting the sharpshooter with everything he has remains an enduring WrestleMania moment in a career filled with them. 4 years later, Austin found himself in a very different position in WWE. Taken out in a heinous attack at the 1999 Survivor Series, Austin would be out for nearly a year before returning at No Mercy in 2000. Austin would first look to exact revenge on those who took him out, Rikishi and Triple H, before setting his sights on regaining the WWE Championship. Stone Cold would then head to the 2001 Royal Rumble, entering at number 27. Before he could enter the ring, he'd again be attacked by Triple H, looking to avenge Austin's interference earlier in the night. Austin was in bad shape, but somehow managed to emerge victorious, securing his opportunity to compete for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 17. Defending against Austin would be The Rock, Austin's main rival for years. The two legends personify the Attitude Era and had previously met for the WWE Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 15. That night, Stone Cold managed to defeat the corporate champ to regain the championship. On that same night that Rock captured the WWE Championship at No Way Out 2001, Austin would face Triple H in a 3 stages of hell match. Each fall would be held under different rules: a standard match, a street fight, and then a steel cage if necessary. While Austin took the early lead in winning the first fall, he'd lose the next 2 in a heartbreaker to Triple H. The loss shook Austin, who felt the wave of momentum he was riding should have been unstoppable. Heading into WrestleMania, Austin would speak openly about how he didn't just want the win, but that he needed it.
I need to beat you, Rock. I need it more than anything that you can ever imagine.
When you headline an event, you've got to be on top of your game, be in the best of your game to put on a show and to warrant that main event status.
Austin was going to do everything he could to guarantee the nearly 68,000 attending in his home state of Texas would not be disappointed. The People's Champ had other ideas. He had worked hard while Austin was out to establish himself as the man in WWE. And the opportunity to prove his status with this WrestleMania rematch had the Brahma Bull almost bursting at the seams. If anything was for sure, it was that The Rock would do one thing, and one thing only.
Just bring it!
He'd been through the battles, he'd come into his own, nothing was handed to him, he earned it all, and he turned himself into the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. At no point in time in wrestling history were 2 stars, 2 wrestlers, as hot as both I was and The Rock was. It's hard to explain why we're such good opponents. We just were.
So now it's time for you to head into one of the biggest WrestleManias of all time, WrestleMania 17 in 2001. A night that serves as the pinnacle of the Attitude Era's excellence, with its 2 biggest names doing battle once again. Are you ready to open up a can on The Rock? Or will you find out that going one-on-one with the Great One isn't the electrifying opportunity it appears to be? Before the bell could even make this match official, the action was underway. Austin was proving that he'd do anything to win, first attacking Rock while his back was turned, and then looking to use the WWE Championship. Rock had a brief moment where he unloaded some of his trademark rights, but then ran into Austin's Dez Press. Austin was wrestling with a hint of desperation not usually seen from him. A very, very fast start for Austin as he'd use a couple of his running elbows to rattle Rocky in the early moments. Was The Rock not ready for Austin's tactics?
I hate all the blurred stuff.
Back into the match quickly before
But
Austin really started.
we're underway. Now Austin with knee braces on both legs. This is The Rock's first appearance in the showcase mode so far. Not his first WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure he had a match at 14. I might be wrong though. Well, and I already mentioned he was at 15 and he was at WrestleMania 2000. He was in the main event of 2000. I think it was Big Show, Rock, Triple H, and Mick Foley. I have to work on the head. Then I will have to do a superplex inside the ring. I wish, it's weird, I wish there was commentary. It's nice for me because it means I can talk, but I like hearing the commentary. Alright, we're going for the superplex right here. Texas pile driver. Oh, you have to do the ringside. Okay.
Once the action went to the ringside area, the brutality really got ratcheted up. Rock used the announce table and timekeeper's table to his advantage. But took his eye off Austin for one brief moment, which allowed Austin the chance to clock him with the bell. Austin was really looking like a different superstar than the one we'd known the last few years. There was a sinister look in his eye as he yelled at officials.
He's gave the referee the finger. They blurred it, but that was very clearly what that was.
A more deliberate approach as he threw heavy rights at The Rock, who stumbled all over trying to stay on his feet. Austin's face wore an angry sneer while he planned his next move, knowing he had plenty of time with Rocky hurt.
The Rock just collapsed the table. And I can't believe they had to blur out JR. Okay. Going for the stunner, it looks like. Nope.
Back in the ring, Austin continued a methodical, brutal beatdown to the People's Champion. Right after right after right, despite the objections of the referee, found their mark. Even when Rock was able to land a few strikes of his own, Austin immediately cut off his offensive surge. Stone Cold hadn't been WWE Champion for nearly 18 months, and it was clear that this had done something to his psyche. The Rock wasn't the reason that Austin was out, but he had clearly benefited the most from Austin's absence. And it seemed that Austin was taking every opportunity to make Rock pay for taking what he considered to be his. Did The Rock really underestimate what kind of match this was going to be? Had he considered Austin to be a friend? Did he not take Austin's words at face value? For a little bit there, it looked like Austin had completely overwhelmed The Rock.
I like that they're showing a lot of footage, but at the same time, like, I want to play more. It's a lot. Like, they're dragging it out, these cutscenes out for a while.
But The Rock never lost faith in himself. He took advantage of Austin backing off and clotheslined his way back into the match.
So the crowd is pro Austin, even though they shouldn't be, but they're in Texas, so this is what's going to happen. You hear them.
Once he had Austin down, Rock was able to reevaluate the situation. And once he had, he went to ringside to grab the timekeeper's bell. Instant karma, it seemed, was going to get Austin. Now it was The Rock who was going to find an angrier, meaner place inside. And it was The Rock who was going to make Stone Cold Steve Austin suffer.
These are long cutscenes, though.
To hold them back, the Brahma Bull and the Rattlesnake were going to throw absolutely everything at each other, with the dream of leaving WrestleMania 17 as WWE Champion.
So now The Rock is on the offensive, and we're gonna have to fight him outside the ring and taunt him. Kicked out before 1. Get the taunt out of the way. And Rock doesn't want to fight outside. But I do. Oh, he really wants... The Rock really doesn't want to do this outside. Fortunately, anytime I throw him outside the ring, it counts as doing damage for fighting outside. But he's gonna put me in again. Yeah, here we go. Might as well get the grab combo done then. I was gonna do it out there, but he never lets me get it done. I'm gonna go this side now. He's gonna throw me back in. Yeah, this is so annoying. He really doesn't want to fight out here. Go for the legs. Okay. Gotta get the legs yellow, and we also gotta do the Fez press. I'll do the Fez press once the legs are yellow now. I'll get him stunned, that way I can do this properly. Back to cutscene.
Back and forth they'd gone, but neither Austin nor The Rock had found that moment that would give them the win. As Austin attempted an Irish whip, though, The Rock would surprise him with a stone-cold stunner of his own. The millions and millions of Rock's fans exploded. Would this be it? Could The Rock embarrass Austin
Sound mixed.
by beating him with his own move in Texas? Austin would display his hallmark grit, managing to kick out at the 2 count. And while the two men laid on the mat, trying to find the spark to get back to their feet, Mr. McMahon would make his entrance.
I didn't know they were gonna put him in the showcase, but okay. So they could do Bret Hart's other match. But that match was considered to be awful. It was Vince versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 27. There's no way that makes it in here. Was that 27 or 26? It was 27. That match is terrible. There's no way they're going to put it in. And so Vince, earlier in this show,
Eyes are on Mr. McMahon.
well,
But in the
let me
ring,
get that.
Austin flattens The Rock with an incredible spine buster, which gets a 2 count.
Vince had a match earlier in the show against his son Shane. This was right after Shane announced that he owned WCW. But Mania was already set at that point.
Caught up in his frustration, Austin blindly rushes at Rock, who now flattens Austin
Here
with
comes.
a spine buster. That leads to the people's elbow. But when Rock covers Austin, Mr. McMahon breaks up the pin. That's right, Mr. McMahon helped Stone Cold Steve Austin. To this day, I cannot believe I ever saw that happen. The look on The Rock's face is pretty much the look that I had. What the hell? Rock's anger raged over, and he made a huge mistake in forgetting about Austin in hopes of laying the smackdown on Mr. McMahon.
And Vince is running.
Straight into a stone-cold version of the Rock Bottom. Mr. McMahon had turned the match on its head. And Stone Cold Steve Austin looked ready to strike and finish his quest of regaining the WWE Championship under some unthinkable circumstances.
Oh, you have to use the chair. Whoa. Hit him. Can you hit him? There we go. On the Rock is resilient. Going to the exposed corner. I don't know when that happened. It seems to be a trend in every single match in this showcase that a turnbuckle pad gets removed, and I never see it happen. Maybe it's something that happened in the actual match, and so we didn't see it happen here.
It was inevitable. Stone Cold was going to win, and it was obvious to everyone watching. The Rock had been able to get back into it once Mr. McMahon had arrived. Now Stone Cold was obliterating The Rock with a chair as Mr. McMahon instructed him. And all we could do was watch.
Referee is not allowed to stop.
Steve Austin's mind, he had convinced himself that the only way to get back to where he was would be by teaming with the man who had been his biggest enemy for years. Had the man never really changed? Had he simply fooled the fans during those years where he was WWE's most popular superstar? Should it have ever been surprising that the man who preached DTA, don't trust anybody, was not someone to be trusted? Or had something changed in Austin while he was gone? And how could The Rock have ever expected anything like this to happen?
So, this is a note. I love this Austin theme song. And I don't think this is on Spotify or anything. It's Disturbed, called Glass Shatters. So we got the WrestleMania X7 Arena. We got Austin 2001, Rock 2001. And so we saw Austin and McMahon align together. And very short-lived as the invasion comes soon after this. I actually love the invasion angle, and I've rewatched it like 10 years ago. It could have been way better, but I actually enjoyed all of it. But anyways, that's it for this match. Before we see what the next match is, make sure you like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. If you missed any of the previous episodes, they will be over there in a box at the end. So, we're going to go 3 years. WrestleMania 20, held in Madison Square Garden, same place as WrestleMania 1 and WrestleMania 10. Eddie Guerrero vs. Kurt Angle, 2004. I would have been, at this time, 10 years old. And we will get to it in the next video. I've been Zachary Show. See you next time.